Turtle up build.
This is recording right now.
It is?
Yes.
Actually?
Yes. Want to reintroduce the channel, Haley? This is the build of the Trike. This is everything, guys. The bike, the frame that I got from Lacey, motor from Harbor Freight, axle I picked up from random Facebook marketplace with tires. Actually came with brakes and all kinds of stuff in there. Also, I got the axle for the actual tires I bought for this project, but this one's smaller. They're 11s, not 12s. They're not as wide. It's a titanium drive shaft, titanium axle instead of the solid steel, so it's going to be lighter, so it'll spin quicker to make it a drift track, to make it spin. Got a whole box of parts in there. Got the bike, and I got Haley helping me with the first day. Got me a little plan board on everything I'm going to do with the bike, hopefully. Got old Rod Knock Rodney up on the wall from LS George and Faster Proms. This is and apparently we're watching some Twilight because Haley's helping me. So we're gonna start breaking this thing down and try and get it roughly assembled. It's the first day of this build. Motor, seat, started working on the axle. Foot pegs are gonna have to be extended probably 6 to 8 inches. And the worst part is this bike that I got for 20 bucks is too wide. So the bearings are too wide, the stem is too wide, so I've got to get a new assembly for that. Swapping over some of the stuff from the old axle, or the new axle to the old axle, but that's where we're at. That's the end of day one of not getting anything done. Oh yeah, good old Twilight because of the midget over there. Alright guys, I found a bike. So you might be thinking, hey, isn't that Haley's bike? No, that is not Haley's bike. That is a bike that looks just like Haley's bike. That isn't Haley's bike. It's, you know, another Walmart find. So I'm gonna break this thing down and see what all we can get done today. No Haley today because she actually has school today because my schedule's all messed up. Alright guys, let's get started on this thing. Wrapped up for this day. Let's see what we got. So, got the new bike front end on there. Actually gotta grind this down a little bit. Grind down some of this a little bit. Just because this stem, I guess, was a little bit longer than the one for the bike over in the corner. Got the thumb throttle, put it on the wrong side. Got the axle on, gotta do some adjusting. Everything's just kind of test fitted up. Well, that's what we got so far today. So, moving right along on this thing. We are gonna have to extend these bolts, or not bolts, sorry. We are gonna have to extend these foot pegs because it's like super jacked up. It's like my legs are like this on it. It's just really uncomfortable. So we're gonna go with the extending those. I was gonna extend the frame, but then it's gonna put the handlebars too far out, so just extend these foot pegs out. I'd say probably 6 to 8 inches, and that'll be good to go. I got all the parts for the motor, exhaust, new carb and all that stuff. Do all that stuff. Got to build a bracket for the brake, brackets for the seat, make sure the axle and everything is good to go. Sprocket and everything should line up with the clutch right here, so everything should be good to go. That's what we're gonna leave today off with, is right there, guys. Beautiful rainy day. Alright, so we're gonna get started back on this thing again. So what we got everything kind of mounted up. Need to adjust the axle a little bit, but the goal today is to get everything mounted up and have this thing running. Obviously extending these will be at a later point, but seat, motor, chain, brakes, everything. I want to have this thing rolling and going today. That's the goal. All right, let's jump into this. Alright guys. Well, this is going to be the end of today. Got the front mount seat mount, got the rear mount seat mount little tabs, got the brake mount mounted. I put it back here. Let's turn that thing down. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I did have it mounted back here, but the engine was hitting it, so I had to move it back up here. So I had to redo the bracket. So brake bracket, rear seat tabs, front seat pegs. Yeah guys, that's it for today. I think I'm gonna call it quits on that. Yeah, I'm tired. Alright guys, today we are speed running so I can actually get this thing rolling on its own. Should just have to mount the seat, mount the motor, wire up the throttle, air in the tires, set the sprocket and all that stuff, and we should be going. So I'm gonna start working on this thing. So obviously I didn't finish getting this thing ready to go, but we will today. Got a mounted chain on. This 40 chain is kind of not meshing well with this 420 sprocket or the 420 clutch. It will work, but it's just not riding exactly the way it needs to. The reason I didn't get this thing started is because I didn't get oil and I didn't have gas. I got gas somewhere around here. I got the oil. Got oil. This is my funnel. And what else? Oh yeah, I got some slime because these tires did not hold air. Not that I can tell. So I'm probably gonna put some slime in there to hold them over, so I don't have to worry about it, because it's just a drift trike. It's gonna be spinny boys anyways. Got some different length bolts for this, and some other stuff. Yeah, we'll go over it when I actually get this thing wrapped up. Alright guys, we got her all put together, guys. There she is, all her glory. She works. So I kind of had to rig up this cable right here, you can see, because I didn't have one. But it works, it functions, as you'll see. Hold on. Brakes good, chain's good, tires are good. I didn't put any slime in them, but I'm probably gonna have to. And that sprocket is pretty freaking close to the ground. So we'll see how that goes. But that's where we're at. Brakes work really well as well, so I think this time we just go for a old rip in this bee. Yeah boy. We gotta disconnect that little oil switch for sure. Yeah, these foot pegs are hideous. That little oil switch, bro. So that was the end of the first ride. I did not want to drift in the street very well. It did back here, but the oil cutoff switch was shutting it off, so I just unplugged it. I'm gonna go for a few rips in the backyard. That's the end of the beginning of this build. It's running, it's going around. I've got some other stuff I need to do. Chain swapping out, motor upgrades, obviously the PVC for it, extending the forks. So all that's going to be the next part of the series. Let's have a little rip fest.